Hello, my divine sisters and bro stars. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing very well. My name is Nilufer, and I hesitated a little bit going on live because honestly, I do make videos, and then it takes a whole lot of time to process them and upload them. Either I get some distractions or all of us have some quirky traits that if maybe I just don't like it and then I quit, I don't do it, but then I find out that I should have done it. I apologize from the universe for, not following my intuition sometimes. But I am, hopefully, at least now, I'm recovering from that. And I hope to be able to upload it and with no problems. I wanted to share something today. I have been watching some videos that were 100% agreeing, on the same line with what I have been thinking lately, so that gives me more encouragement to go ahead and say what I want to say. I don't really have a script in my mind what I want to say, so bear with me, please. Okay, year 2020. It just has been a challenging year, to say the least. Externally, yeah, but most of the star seeds, light workers, sensitive people who are interested in the truth of the matters, not in a gossipy way, like the news, the politics and all of that, but internally, more spiritual way. What is the truth of the matter? What is the truth of the matter? And it has been very difficult and very, very active. That's one of the reasons I haven't been able to do videos. And it looks like there's nothing going on, but there's a whole lot going on. But at least for me, I have to say that there has been a lot going on outside too, and most of them have been like an obstacle here, an obstacle there. Not that my whole life has been obstacle free, on the contrary. Pretty much everything has been like, let's stop you from doing this, let's stop you from doing that. And until now, I have been looking at all of those things like in a victim perspective, like, oh my God, this was taken away from me. I could have been this, I could have done that, I could have lived there, lived this. But, this became an obstacle, that became an obstacle. And 2020 has been a very vibrant and healing year, as much as it has been a very difficult year. I hope you agree with me. I think you agree with me. If you be still and have a deep breath and kind of tune into the energies, then you realize that actually you're in a very high-speed course. If you focus on the outside, the high-speed course is like you're tumbling downhill. But if you turn your focus inside, it is like clearing out your laundry. It's like That's dirty. That's dirty. That's dirty. That goes to the washer machine. This goes to the washer machine. Whites, blacks, reds, you know. So we have been doing a lot of laundry and having a lot of intuition, having a lot of clarity, being able to see the patterns in our lives really clearly, not just intellectually, but like digesting those patterns, realizing, okay, you know, yeah, I have been, you know, thinking I'm a victim of this, and I have been swearing at that person, these people. And then I realized, okay, well, yeah, they were like, you know, in the whitewater rafting, you know, they were these roadblocks, the rocks that kind of make the river go the other way. And, you know, if you don't pay attention, you hit your head on the rock and you have a pretty nasty concussion or headache, or your boat goes upside down, and then you have to climb back up, and then, you know, go on your path again, which is called the dark night of the soul, right? I mean, you know, we kind of don't pay attention and we hit our head, and then everything goes topsy-turvy. And then we have to reclaim whatever we have, and we have to readjust and reorient ourselves. That clears out a lot in our path, and in our, like, when the boat goes upside down, everything that we don't need also falls off. And most often we rescue a thing or two that we like or we need, and then we get on the boat, but the rest of the stuff that we have not been needing goes down and goes away. So it's from that perspective, it's not just a perspective, it's a realization, if you ask me. It's a very, very fortunate on one hand, but because it's very painful, it looks like very unfortunate, but it's, on the other hand, it clears our path, it clears our voyage, it clears our reaching our ultimate destiny of becoming our true blueprint, our true selves. And that may include letting go of those things that are not exactly what we are meant to be doing in this life. Or those things, you know, kind of stay with you, but the stuff that attached to you, for example, maybe you wanted to become an athlete, and then something happened and now you cannot follow that path, but you developed the mentality of the athlete, you developed the discipline of the athlete, or the perspective, the vigilance of the athlete. So you take that's your reward, and you let go of that earthly path of becoming the athlete, because maybe you need that vigilance and you need that perspective, you need that discipline to be able to accomplish something else in your life. And we all are here to accomplish something, and that something doesn't have to be like we're gonna be this, you know, saving the world, you know, like all on our own. We are a part of the system, we are a part of a collective system, in the organic system, okay, not in the artificial system, not in you know, let's systemize them so we can control them, kind of a system. But it is the system that is of the organic life that, you know, kind of cooperates, and there's that symbiotic, expansive, and immensely creative and beautiful and harmonious existence that is in constant recreation and recreation and recreation and recreation. And that's one of the things we have to learn in this lifetime, is to readjust to that recreative aspect of nature, especially if we are awake into our essence as being soul or spirit, living in a human body, living in this body, or a part of the divine that has embodied in a material physical body, and going through the manifestation, physical manifestation, which we call life. And there's nothing more amazing than the gift of this realization that we are God manifested in the physical world. We all are. And the ability to realize that not me personally, God, obviously, you know, that's a little bit too much, right? But when I go to that level of unity or inclusion, then I realize my essence as a fractal of God, whichever level of fractalization I am capable of comprehending. And in that stage, I can see that I am one with the universe, I am one with life, I am one with the divine. And that's an amazing, amazing gift. And I'm pretty sure all of you are on the voyage of completely realizing this, if you haven't already. But if you're watching this video, because, you know, this is how I'm, you know, the topics that I'm talking, I believe, is selecting the people who are on that path already. So you must have, or you will soon, completely realize these things, and it is amazing. It is. There's nothing comparable. I mean, even if you're like the richest person on earth, you will be a stinking poor person next to someone who has realized that they're one with the universe. So, I want you to, I mean, today that is what I'm trying to say, is that I want you to, I want myself to, I want us all to constantly remember this. Make this a part of your journey, make this a part of your life, make this a part of your personality. How you perceive yourself. Who am I? Yeah, my name is Nilufer, you know, my name is Joe, my name is Jack, Jill, whatever. But I, inside, am bigger than that name. I, inside, am bigger than what my life has been described as. I, myself, am bigger than what I can ever do in this lifetime. I am completely one with the universe, because I am a part of this universe. I mean, duh. it is. And sometimes I'm thinking like the angels must be like really patient, you know? How hard it is for us to comprehend this very simple thing. God is like, I mean, of course we cannot describe what God is, but you know, the very first thing we can come up as the closest definition is like energy. And energy is, you know, in one form of it, it is material. So God is creating this material world, and as like we are always like we're the body of God. Everything is the body of God. It's like the painter paints, and then you look at the paint, and then you know the picture, not the picture, but the painting, and then you know the painter. I mean, once I was in Lourdes, and I was in front of the painting of Monet. I love it. And I was like standing 2 feet before the canvas, you know, in front of the painting, and I was like, oh, I'm standing where Monet was standing when he was painting this. I'm like, whoa, I had a time travel right there. It's like, I am Monet painting this, you know, and it was an amazing feeling. Including him into my essence has been an amazing feeling. And this is where we get this life, this zest of life, when we include these beautiful manifestations, beautiful beings, beautiful creatures, beautiful everything. And then, you know, we grow in our awareness, we grow in our unity, and we grow in being who we are, realizing who we are. Anyway, I hope I'm not gonna, you guys understand me, right? Please stay in that place where you know the beauty within you and outside of you. Stay, because at this moment, through our karmic deeds, the manifestations, or better yet, the implanted thoughts, through the implanted thoughts, we have manifested at this moment a whole lot of trouble, and every time we speak of these things, we are materializing them even more. So I don't want to say this, but on the other hand, we cannot act like the Pollyanna thing, you know. It's like, oh, there doesn't exist, because it's a big form of art to be able to balance, you know, what you perceive and what you know. This is the art of that we are learning. So I am not going to be able to describe to you. That's not the topic of my video. But you know, and I don't want to say that there's a lot of interference at this moment. I don't want to play the complementary things, because I don't want to give them life. But we also have to realize that there has been, at least let's put it that way, there has been a lot of serious manipulations. Not only mental brainwashing manipulations, but also time travels and all of that. But by the way, All the negative entities are limited to the fourth dimension, because fifth dimension is unity. And when there is unity, there's no more dark and light. There's only creative beauty and harmony, and ecstasy of that beauty and harmony, and joy of that, and life in all forms and shapes. And that is what the school is teaching to us right now, to expand our minds from, oh, they speak English and they speak intelligently, so I can relate to them, so they must be worthy of my attention. That's a very limited mindset. Through the pets, through foreigners, through globalization, we are really starting to expand our minds into different perceptions, to different cultures, to different body shapes, and hopefully, if we get to really meet our star brothers and sisters, galactic brothers and sisters, maybe we will get to see some really weird shapes, and we will have to include them. So unless we pass that stage of looking at an animal, looking at an insect and saying, just an insect, just a black person, just a white person, no, we're not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna stay in that school. We're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to go through a lot of things, and the universe speaks softly in the beginning and starts raising the voice louder and louder and louder until we really get it. And the loudest point is the tower point, where we are just, everything is kaboom, and we are off our boat, and we either sink or we, rise up and get on the boat with losing a lot of things that we have been attached to, keeping only the things that we have learned from all that we had before. So let's pay attention to the rock, because there is a rock. Okay? There is a rock. And that doesn't mean we have to hit our heads on it. It just means we have to pay attention, to avoid and not pay attention. You see what I mean? Like when you're driving, when you're turning a curve, you don't look, let's say there's some obstacle on the side. You don't look at that obstacle and, try to drive. You look at the road and you recognize that obstacle or the danger, but you don't keep looking at it, because you cannot drive. You have to focus on the road. Exactly like that. So we need to focus on the road. And if I have been able to express this, a very sensitive situation, because I want to continue to the next thing. It's, we have to, I understand, we all do that, okay? Sometimes we get depressed, sometimes we think it is not gonna affect anything, but we all sometimes forget. And I don't want to make it a taboo either, because we have to also acknowledge the negative and then perceive it, just like the obstacle on the side, which you want to avoid when you're driving, right? You have to see the danger so that you can avoid it. And that's exactly what we need to do. So we need to see the danger, we just need to notice it, acknowledge it, and then focus on the path. So I want to tell you that this is the second part I have a feeling like we're in for some kind of surprise. Now, why did I say that? I'm trying to see if it came from a positive thing or a negative thing. I have no idea. Just bear with me and take it with a grain of salt, because I am not claiming any fortune seeing or anything, fortune telling or anything like that. But I have a hunch. First, I had this hunch as a very positive thing. And then, through listening to all the light workers, this positive hunch turned into some ambivalent, possibly negative hunch. And that's one of the reasons I want to say, please, focus on yourself. This is very important. Focus on yourself, on your own knowing that comes from inside. When you connect to the nature, when you connect to the universe, when you connect to the creator of all, that's critical. Creator of all that there is. The creator which was there before, with the creator which is there after. The creator of all the dimensions that you can even imagine of or think about, the infinite dimensions, creator of those, okay? Creator of everything. That's the point that we have to really hang on to. That's our lifeline. Because there are lots of mind games being played. Lots of mental manipulations. Lots of manipulations going on. Especially nowadays. You know, light workers coming up with... I mean, I did that, you know, in my evolution theory thing. You know, I kind of served the system for a second. I said that one thing and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. You know, for an impressionable person that stabilizes that reality and then they create it. So we have to be very careful. But we shouldn't expect, neither from us nor from other people, we should not expect to be perfect in our speech or in our deeds, because we're all like salmons, you know, trying to swim up the river to be able to overcome all these obstacles, because there's a whole bunch going on right now. Amazing. I mean, be very careful, okay? Take what is going to help you and leave what's not going to help you, and be very discerning and just open up only to the spirit and to the nature. Nature is very, very potent right now. And the second, that was like 1.5, and this is the second. Whatever. You guys are following me, I hope. I have been watching this thing. I do follow the Wages World channel. He's really nice. He just says what he sees and doesn't really add a lot of his opinions. He's just this space weather watching person, and I recommend kind of like a weather report. He does a lot of things. And anyway, I was watching it. Today is 28. You may want to go ahead and watch it. He showed something. Yeah, I have it in my cell phone. They have been discovering these objects or orbs that are not shining, so that's kind of confusing, and that has been around the sun, and you know, who knows what's happening. we see orbs around us, most of us do, and they are of light, and they are friendly. These orbs, first I thought, it's a long story, I don't want to make it any longer, but anyway, I mean, I'm still not decided about what is going on, okay? And neither Wages World channel has decided, oh my god, you know, positive or negative, neutral. Okay, he's quite neutral, so that's why I'm suggesting that. But they have been Planet X, if you're familiar with it, you know, they have been seeing some orbs, especially with CMEs, you know, coronal mass ejections. These orbs have been getting more observable. And what are they? And the thing is that why are we not hearing this from, you know, general media? Like, at least NASA is not talking about it. NASA is not talking about it in an official way, I guess. At least I'm not following these things so much, but I'm just like curious, you know, just spectator at this point. But today I have seen a picture of these orbs. Let me pause this for a second so maybe I can find this picture. Yeah, I got it. Okay, okay guys, look at this. Can you see it? This is the orb they have found, and this is Venus. Okay, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's an electric magnetic cord that goes between them. And look at the size of Venus. It's not that huge, eh? This is bigger than Venus. Now these objects have been around the sun lately, and there was one in the you know, in the beginning, and then two, and then many smaller ones, and this one here. And now the report goes like, okay, there's a magnetic cord between Venus and this object. And I'm like, what's going on? What is going on? Let me extend this video a little bit longer. You know, I'm a very open-minded person, really. I mean, I can pretty much see the perspective of every person. And I do embrace, you know, take it into my repertoire of knowledge or library of knowledge if I find it to be, feel it to be carrying some truth, and I kind of integrate all of them. But once, about, I don't know, like maybe 7 years ago or something, I went to the conference of Gnostics, and everything he was speaking was like so cool. I was like, yeah, this is the place. I am like having a great time. I'm like a kid in a candy store, like I'm listening, like, oh, you know, such great ideas and such great thoughts and such great conclusions and you know. And then I was like so happy. A few seminars later, he came and said, there are living beings in the sun. And I'm like, okay. That's too much for me. You know, living beings in the sun? Are you kidding me? It's a hydrogen bomb, like, center, you know, it's like the hydrogen bomb party, you know. don't you know about anything like physics? You know, the Newtonian physics. And then I was like, I'm out of here. That's way too much for me, you know. And I left. I didn't follow them later on. But then, of course, we know that in Egypt, you know, they considered sun as very holy and like almost like God or something like that. No, I'm not an expert on you know that either. But I mean, but the basic thing is that they have been looking at the sun as a very, very important spiritual, intelligent being. So, you know, sometime later, I kind of brewed that. I kind of started thinking about it. And then, you know, lately, you know, in the recent years, I started following the channels of the light workers and so forth. And, you know, I started going, okay, yeah, I mean, the water has intelligence, has memory, and why not the light and light beings and all of that. So, anyway, I was thinking, it's very possible that, you know, sun, I mean, there are many, many theories that you can come up with. You know, the sun may be like a portal for the light beings to come through. The sun may be birthing new, actually, I was thinking more like, you know, portal, you know. But then these spheres are not, or maybe I'm mistaken, maybe they are, but I'm not an expert, so I don't know. I just, you know, am thinking about what I'm saying as is, and so I'm like misinformed. So please never, you know, just go blindly on whatever I'm saying, okay? If I'm 100% sure, I will, you will know. I will say it with 100% assuredness. So I was thinking, you know, maybe the sun is creating, you know, like birthing things. But then these balls, these spheres are not carrying light of their own. So I'm like, okay, yay, you know, it's a portal, and the, you know, these alien galactic friends are, you know, using the sun as a portal to come to our planet to show us that they are here with us in the physical sense, not in the energetic or spiritual sense, because we are all connected throughout the universe and the universes. But in the physical sense, as humans, at least as humans, we need that physical connection too. So maybe, you know, they built the ships just to say, look, here we are physically, you know, and we are demonstrating to you that it is possible to have, you know, advanced and harmonious and really civilized civilizations, you know. Okay. That's what I have been thinking. I am still hoping that. That's my opinion. Don't don't, you know, take it as yours. Okay, you make your own decision. But today I was thinking, like, why is NASA hiding this information? Why are the governments hiding this information? And we know that they're building bunkers and all of that, and, you know, what are they doing? Where are they trying from what they're hiding from, you know, trying to escape from? And we know that they want to go to Mars, but obviously it's not such a good idea if Venus is already having a magnetic cord going between the subject and them. And I don't know. So came to my mind the movie Fifth Element. You must have seen that movie, Fifth Element. If you haven't seen it, it's a beautiful movie. It has a lot of good things to ponder on. And in the movie, they say, like, if all you have is a hammer, everything you see looks like a nail. And for our unbalanced male civilization that we are harmonizing from, birthing anew from, and becoming healthier, from this unbalanced, unhealthy masculine energy civilization of conquering until we are like dead, like the Buddhist hell realm thing. All the people who have been in the official roles of protection and conquering and all of that, my idea, let's see if it stays uploaded or gets cancelled. We will see how truthful I am. And maybe that's exactly what happened, like in that Fifth Element movie. Once, because I also watched another video where they were talking, like, this government agent person was trying to simulate and see how things could work, and they needed people who are intelligent to be able to avoid something. Maybe they knew about this. Maybe NASA knows about this. Maybe NASA knows about what's going on. Maybe the governments know about what's going on. And with their unevolved masculine energies, they are trying to develop the guns and the fighting system to fight against a civilization which has the capacity to use the sun as a portal, who has a magnetic cord that can, kind of engross, like cover Venus, and heading towards Earth and planning to conquer us. They're like, oh, let's throw our acorns. If you have seen that movie, what's that movie? It's a very old movie, like in the 80s. Fantastic. I forgot, but it's a fantastic movie. Anyway, and this little dwarf, he has an acorn, and he's like, I'm a big, wizard. I will turn you into rat. And he holds this acorn, and the other guy is like, oh my god, there's a dwarf holding an acorn and aimed at me. Please save. That's a funny one. Anyway. And it's like we're holding our atom bombs, like, we're gonna kill you, aliens. Seriously. Waste your time on something more productive, please. I have a feeling like this is what's going on, really. These people are thinking like we're gonna like hit them with guns and all of that, but then of course maybe they have been already infiltrated. And let's throw aggression which actually grows the aggression, right? Maybe another theory to confuse your mind after I tell to you that you should really focus on your own truth. Maybe what's going on is that, at this stage we are, receiving some alien things coming our way, maybe negative, malevolent, and we are trying to kill them with our atom bombs. Yay. No. Maybe if these idiots let me say it, I so want to say it, these idiots, if they listened to the wise elder, to the keeper of the knowledge, they would have actually developed the humanity. 8 billion people on earth. If we are all light beings, there is no danger that can ever come to this earth. Maybe this was our plan. This was the original plan. Maybe it's time to wake up and forget about all those things that are like yibbity yabbity jibbity jabbity. Just like get back to your light being. The earth needs you, not the spiritual busy work like Matt Kahn says, but the being, the light being. Because when you expand your heart space, there is nothing shinier and more repellent to any cockroaches than that divine light that you carry within you. And there's no bigger protection than that. And 8 billion of us? There is no power who can hurt any living being on this earth, or the earth, our beautiful Mother Gaia. So please, guys, don't be hard on yourselves. Just do it. Like advertisements. Just do it. Just be it. Just be it. Stop judging. Stop scheming and plotting and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and listening to all these billions of different ideas. If this thing about this object comes to our global attention, you know what you need to do and what you need to be. Okay? I wanted to say like what you need to call other people to do and be, but maybe like I said, the infiltration has already happened. I don't know. Whatever it is, we just have to come up from this point on. We need to survive from this point on, not ourselves, because we as Joe and Jane and whatever, we will die, but our planet will survive. She's a beautiful planet, a very beautiful planet, a very compassionate planet, evolving from the outer skirts of the galaxy, from like dust and rocks to creatures, small, you know, growing more elegant and more elegant and more elegant. That's gonna happen, okay? The whole thing means that we will have to be the ones who pick up the slack. Yay! Good luck. Go for it. We are behind you. Just watching, making sure you do it right. Okay, guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching this crazy show for 50 something minutes. If you don't forget to put a like, I really appreciate, because it gives me morale. And yeah, we're all in the same boat, I understand. I mean, you know, I don't need likes to continue doing what I, you know, kind of have to. I have the feeling I should be doing. So, but I do appreciate, like, you know, whatever. Not a topic to talk about. Okay, stay well. Stay. Just, you know, retract a little bit. Okay? Stay focused in your heart. Stay focused in your connection with the universe and the nature. And discern. Because, you know, everything is available for infiltration. Because none of us are 100% perfectly divine, right? There's always room for infiltration at this stage of our material manifested 3D world. Once we completely move to the 5D material world, integrated world, then there will be no more possibilities, but we still will have to stay vigilant, because that's one very important duty of the light, to stay vigilant. Not towards further attacks, maybe. That's a different topic. I want to do it later, if I get to do it. But it's something that, you know, you learn the lessons and you keep that integrated into yourself and keep that in your repertoire, and always, you know, stay vigilant. Okay? Love you guys. Stay well, stay healthy. Just chillax. You'll do it. You'll do it. Naturally, you will do it, okay? No pressure, not so whatever. Okay, you'll do it. When push comes to shove, you'll do it. Just know. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Take care.